Hello, hello, my beautiful people. Hello. Where are you tuning in from today? Whether it's a morning to you, it's an afternoon, it's an evening. How are you doing? I am Samolicious today. Listen, I am Samogumbi, the founder of AfriMoms. It is a platform where I'm hosting women, where I am talking to women who are doing different things in Africa. Are you in Africa? And you're doing something and you want me to talk to you, come on, just my details are down below. Hook up with me. But I am excited today because I've got a lady who told me that she's dealing with something that I love. You will find out very soon. Hey, welcome, Rumbi. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. Hi, everyone.
You are so welcome. I love that. I love nature. Where are you, Rumbi? Who is Rumbi?
So I'm at the office. My name is Rumbidai Makandwa, and I'm 36. I'm turning 36 this year, actually, in May.
Awesome.
I'm a mother of two, a boy and a girl. I'm married. Been married for 6 years now to my lovely
Okay.
husband,
Uh-huh.
and I'm a social worker by profession, and
Uh-huh.
currently a Northern Regional Coordinator for an NGO that's called SESHA.
Okay.
So I am also formally employed, apart from the side hustles that I then do or side businesses that I run.
Wow.
Um, and yeah, trying to juggle between everything, just making everything work together so that I stay healthy and I stay happy as well. Yeah.
Oh wow, guys, listen, I told you guys that you know what, the women that I bring here, they are just doing incredible things. And look at her, she's full-time employed and she's got side hustles. Oh, amazing, Rumbi, you're doing well, hey?
Thank you. Thank you.
Listen, Rumbi, when I had meat, I was like, Mina Mendevele, we love meat. Tell me about this meat. What is going on? Because when you told me the name of your business, it was meat, meat, meat. I was like, you know what? She's making me hungry right now. I want a bride right now.
We'll make sure you get a bright pack. Don't worry.
Please. So talk to me about this meaty deliveries.
So I'm I'm from Zimbabwe, and we have what we call totems, and my totem is lion, and everyone knows lions love meat.
Of
And
course.
so I then started a business that's called Meaty Deliveries, and we have an abattoir about 80 kilometers out of Harare, where we then take the meat and process it and then pack it up and then make deliveries to different places within Harare. We offer free delivery for any meat within Harare, and anywhere else, we will have to make arrangements to make sure that you get your meat. So that's the long and short of it. Yeah, we just make sure you have what you want to cook at the end, whether for dinner, breakfast, or lunch. We make sure you have the meat to mix up with your starch.
Wow, wow. But Rumbi, this is unlike a woman thinking up of such an idea. How did you get started?
So I think the situation in our country also just pushes you. You do have a full-time job, but you need to find something that you do to
Yes.
make sure that you take your kids to the proper schools. You're able to fuel up your vehicle. You're able to just live like a soft life that you probably want as a woman. And
Mhm.
so it was during the lockdown, the first lockdown in 2020, when we just didn't notice there was a gap with people being able to get their meat within their houses. Butcheries were closed, supermarkets, people couldn't access them. And so the best way was to open a delivery business and a delivery service that can service the different populations within Harare and make sure that people don't go without meat within their homes. And so we did start this business. I did start this business during a pandemic in the middle of it. But then I just noticed a need and had the drive to fill up or close that gap and make sure that people are staying safe in their homes, but still getting the freshness that they need within their houses. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yes, I understand that part. But were you already having the cows and having the abattoir? before that, how did that start?
So, in terms of the abattoir was something that I thought of, and it started around 2018. And
Okay.
it started as just an idea on the pen, on the paper. I put it down. I asked myself, a lot of ladies are into abattoirs. A lot of businesses,
Exactly,
abattoirs
exactly,
that I
Rumi.
know about are owned by men or a group of men that came together and did it. And this entails having to go and look for the animals that you need to be able to have an abattoir. So it entails
Yes.
traveling to rural areas to go and negotiate for you to get a cheaper cattle, or being able to fatten and get into cow fattening business as well, animal fattening, so that you get the best quality meat that you need.
Mhm.
So trust me, it was hard, because then it took time for me to be able to speak the language that the men speak out there, to be able to negotiate for better pricing on getting a cattle or a pig, because I didn't do any animal husbandry farming or
Yes.
any animal
Yeah.
farming that I had.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I wanted to have an abattoir. So you have to have meat or a cattle or a pig for you to be able to say I've got an abattoir. And
Yes.
so I started traveling to places like Nyazura. People then tell you word on the street, if you want to get the best kettle, you travel to where. So I'd travel to those places. I did download a lot of books and read just for
You
me
read
to
a
be
lot.
able.
Research.
A lot. I did research a lot, so that I do things by the book, and things that are legal, and not
Mhm.
own an illegal business, because it's very simple to own an illegal or an unregistered business in Zim. It's very, very easy to do that. But I
Yeah.
wanted something by the books, something that would stay for a long period, something that I can say I can leave for my kids, sort of like a legacy. You don't want to then say, after you're gone from this world, the business dies with you. And so it took a lot of research, which is still ongoing, trust me,
Mhm.
because things change. People used to sell cattle, some have closed their businesses because of the pandemic. And so you need to start looking for new places that you can do that. But interestingly, this year, we've also started then doing animal farming, and we're starting in May. I'm so excited. It will also then ease the burden of having to go and look for suppliers of
Yes.
cattle, any animal
Yes.
that you need, because then you've got them on a farm, and you're able to actually then just take from your farm and slaughter and then make deliveries for the meat. Yeah.
Wow. You know what, Rumbi? What I'm learning from you is that you need the research is important. And
Very.
because most of us, women, we are quick to do things, and we're like, no, you know what, I'll just swing it, I'll just get into this business and
Yeah.
run. And you get in trouble with the authorities, you get in trouble with shortchanging your customers, and later on when they see someone who's doing well, they'll run away. I
True.
love the fact that you're saying, let's research. Ladies, let's research. You're watching me, whatever idea that you want to do, please do your research and register your business. Let's not run businesses that are under the table or just in the boot of our cars. This is not the time. We need to leave something for our children, like Rumbi is saying.
True.
Rumbi, you know what? The buying of these cows, that needed money, because I've
Yeah,
got a
sorry.
lot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I've got women that say, no, I need funding, I need capital. Where did that come from?
So the capital came from other side hustles. So
Woman
I
of
would
many
tell you.
talents.
So I would tell you, I I sell all sorts of things. I used to do Tupperware as well, but then I'd
Yeah,
save up for that. And
yeah.
most of the times people say, but I don't have the money, so I'm not going to start, and I'm not going to do this because I don't have the capital and I don't have the means. But trust me,
Yes,
you start small. You don't start by wanting to own a multimillionaire business just like that. You start with $100. You start with
yes,
$200. And so for me, it took a lot of saving. I sold my first car. I had to sell my car so that I'm able to finance the business. So
okay,
selling my car meant that I had to use public transport to go to work, being able to go to church for a whilst I'm building the business. So I did make sacrifices for the business for me to get to where I am. But also because I'm formally employed, a lot of people think if you're formally employed, you can't start something, but you've got a
mhm,
salary, so you've got that income coming in. So you could
yes,
start by saving just a few dollars. Like I was able to save $10, $20, and make sure there's this thing that I saw on Stockpile. I'm a member of a stockpile,
yeah,
family stockpiling
yeah,
Facebook page. And
yeah,
they have this challenge that they were doing of saving 10 Rand. The following week, you save 20 Rand. And I did
yes.
that for a whole year. And guess what? We use US dollars in Zimbabwe, and I was able to save up close to 1,500, which I then channeled into the business.
You
So, and
see,
it was
you see,
possible because
you
I did
see.
freeze everything and told myself I'm going to forgo doing my nails. I'm going to forgo doing certain things so that I'm able to save and build this business.
Wow, Rumbi, you are really bringing points that would leave no excuse. Now a woman who is watching us will have no excuse, and they
Yeah,
might say that, okay, you are saving 10 rand means that you're doing something. You know what? I always encourage people to say, listen, wherever you are staying, there's something that is not there. If it means you
yeah,
buying tomatoes and packing them, pack the tomato, put the onion, put the potato in there, pack them nicely and sell and start from there, because we all have some kind of income. Don't look
yeah.
for the 100,000. That income, the
And
$10 that you have, you can multiply it. That's what I'm learning from you, Rumbi. Now, that's what you're saying. Hey,
yeah, and I would tell you, I would sell chicken pieces from where I stay because I stay
come on.
Poor Hill, and then
Yes,
there's no electricity, and I
yes,
had solar power, and so I
yes.
had a fridge, and I'll just pack 3 pieces of chicken into a punnet and sell them for $1. That was
Come
income
on.
that was coming into my house. Yeah,
You know what? You know what? I used to work in Zimra at some point in the 2000s. I used to
yeah.
sell my putties. You know,
You see,
I would sell my putties. I bought a bed. Like I bought it was an orthopedic bed
you
from
see,
the money I made from my putties.
I like that. Yes,
So we've got no excuse.
yeah, true, true.
Um, Rumbi, I think we've gone deeper into how you really got started, coming up, and then the abattoir and everything. But now I need you to tell me, Rumbi, how do you manage the abattoir? You are not there. Like it needs management, it needs
It does.
machines. How did you get those machines? How did you organize all this stuff? You know, maybe somebody's looking and say, I've got cows in my farm, but maybe I didn't know that I could have an abattoir. How did
Yeah.
you get this sorted?
So to start off with, we started with just coming up with a building, and for management purposes, I have a few nieces that had graduated from school, and it's very difficult to get placements for work, and
Yeah,
so we would travel together to go and look for the cattle. It was sort of taking them step by step. I invested into a system, an electronic system, a POS system that then makes it easy to do your accounting. And I can do my accounting whilst I'm at my formal job. I can just look at the sales and look at what we made. Did we make any losses, any profits? Where did we go wrong? But I also take time to visit and go there every weekend without fail. So even I know I want to spend time with moms and we want to spend time with our kids. And so it's very simple. You go with your kids. I pack my kids in
exactly.
the car and we go together. And mommy
Exactly.
manages the
Yes.
business. The kids are busy playing, but it's fun for them to travel. But it's fun for me as well because I'm also getting time to spend with my kids. And so I think it's just being able to then identify individuals who can assist and help you in growing the business. I am fortunate enough to have a support system. I have nieces. And then what happened?
Oh,
I
okay.
have
Yeah.
nieces. I have my mom and my dad around. I have
Okay.
my brothers, and they would take turns to say if I'm busy or I have to travel with work, they would make sure they also go and take time to also look at what's going on in the business. So I think
Okay.
I'm fortunate and I'm very appreciative of the fact that I do have a support system. And it's very
Yes.
important that when you're starting a business, look for a support system. It could be friends, it could be cousins, it could be any family member that you know you can trust that can help you to also just give you advice when things are not going on well. Because trust me, sometimes they're not just going to go well. And
Yeah,
so
you
the support
need
system
that.
helps
Mm,
with
mm,
that,
mm.
because then I know I've got my eyes, because my nieces are my relatives. They know how important this business is for everybody. And
Yeah.
so they are there. They're the ones who do, they're the cash assistants, the sales assistants. They're the ones who make sure they go and look for the cattle. And I'm happy that I'm growing young female entrepreneurs as well
Come
before they get
on.
married. At least now they
Yes.
know how to do things. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. We need that support system. It might not be your relatives. Someone will be like, oh no, I don't have. It might not be your relatives. Like for me, I've gotten ladies around me that I'm accountable to. It's accountability partners. That like, Samu, you said you're doing interviews. How many have you done? What is
Yeah.
going on in there? Who are you? Who are you talking to? Do you
Yeah.
need us to refer you to some people? That has helped me stay grounded and being in check
Yeah.
you know
That helps.
so Rumbi, what mindset did you have to overcome, getting into this business which is so male dominated? What did you have to overcome, sis?
A lot of questions. Why are you doing this? You're going to fail. As a
Yeah,
woman, how you want to drive 200 kilometers to go and look for cattle?
yeah,
How are you going to do it? Who's going to cook at your house?
yes.
And then also culture comes into play, because then they tell you you never have time for your husband, he's going to leave you. So you get all sorts
I
of things.
know, right?
But I think you just have to have a winning mindset. You tell yourself, I'm going to fall, but I'm going to win, and I'm going to get up and
Wow,
still do this.
wow,
Um,
wow.
and failing is part of life, but then it shouldn't then have you sit there and stare at your failures and say, I failed, so I'm not going to do anything. You need to get up and have a winning mindset. You go out there and you tell yourself, I'm going to do this. And until I win, I'm not going to let go until I
Come
get
on.
what I want. And so
Yeah,
basically, that's yeah, that's what I can say. That's the mindset that I had. I had a mindset to
a
change.
winning mindset.
Exactly. To just make a change, leaving paycheck from paycheck and trying to make things work all the time is quite
Mhm.
difficult, especially in
Yeah,
our country. It's so
yeah.
difficult to try and make things work all the time. And it's quite frustrating when you're not able to buy your child the bowl that they're crying for in a supermarket,
Mm,
and you're asking yourself, what could I have done better to make
mhm.
life easier or smoother for my kids? So it
Yeah.
was a winning mindset. And I think the fear of not having anything, like leaving my kids with nothing, I think that
Yeah,
also was a drive for me.
yeah.
Because then I don't want to leave them in a space where they're asking themselves, this woman had all this time on earth and she did absolutely nothing to make it. I want
Wow, I
them to
love
be
that.
able to say, I want them to be able to say, you know what, this old woman, at least she left us something, we're not starting from zero. Let's
You know,
appreciate her. So I think, yeah, for me that was what was in my mind when I started this whole business. Yeah.
creating a legacy.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow, wow. Ruby, we just touch on about the Meaty deliveries. Do you have a shop
Mm.
in Harare where people can pick up, or you are just doing deliveries to them from the abattoir? How are you doing that?
So we are opening we just opened, actually we just opened last week our butchery, and it will be up and running in Cordro Park. And we're still doing the delivery part. We're not going to lose that part because it has made a lot of money for us. We've made a lot of revenue from the deliveries because it's just the convenience of sitting in your house and ordering meat, and you know it's gonna come one way or the other.
Yes.
And but then the shop, we're opening it up also for the convenience of those that stay closer. Either it's Marimba Park, Warren Park, Now Mufakwasi, you're able to walk in and buy your meat. Or if you want to buy in bulk and you feel you'd want to choose the meat yourself and you don't want someone to do the choosing for you and then
Yes.
deliver, you can still come and choose your meat. And if you still want to just buy and say, we want you to deliver after you've come through to the shop, we're still able to do that.
Okay, okay. I love that. I love that. Ladies who are in Harare, you've got some meat right there. And those who are watching us, you've got relatives out there. Reach out to Rumbi, pay over. I know now she can accept payments because she's got a system.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
pay and give her the address. She will deliver to your relatives.
definitely,
You do that,
definitely.
Rumbi.
Yes, we've done that for so many customers who are based in the UK, in South Africa, in the States. They just order, we deliver, they send their money through Mukuru, whatever, and we still go and collect the money after delivery. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Ruby, uh, I heard you talking about you doing side hustles and whatever. And I saw somewhere, a dad told me somewhere that you are in another business. You are doing recycling. What are you doing exactly? What is this recycling now?
So you know how people just throw away plastics, they throw away their buckets that they've broken, or they throw away different types of plastics. Maybe a pipe in your plumbing or your backyard is just burst
Mm,
and you throw
mm,
away that pipe. We
yeah.
are the people who pick up those pipes and then we turn them into pallets so that someone can buy those pallets and then make other pipes for you to go and buy. So we do recycling of
Oh, this
PVC
woman,
plastic.
ladies.
We do recycling of PVC plastics so that
Mhm.
you're able to have, your borehole pump, your pipes, your borehole pipes, your plumbing pipes. You're able to have those 20-liter big buckets. They're made
Mhm.
out of that as well. And so we pick up your all those plastic that you throw away
Mhm.
and we recycle them just to make sure that we're preserving and conserving the environment as well, even though we have other businesses, but we're making sure we take care of the environment through recycling. Yeah.
Wow. Rumbi, these are capital intensive projects. How do you get to fund these projects, sis?
So I think I'll tell you my background because a lot of people
Yeah.
think when someone like me come on, I come from a privileged background. So I grew up
Mm,
in Glenview. I went to a high school that's called Mount St. Mary's in Weza down in Bushauko. And so I don't come from privilege. My
yeah.
parents were bank tailors,
Wow.
just simple bank tailors. They
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
have much. So um, I think it's the sacrifices. I I sell a lot of things. I'll tell you that people at my
Okay.
workplace, where I'm formally employed, if they want drinks, I have drinks in the fridge in the office, and people
Okay.
take drinks from there. That's just $1 that comes to my pocket.
Yeah.
Um, People are gonna laugh. It's just selling drinks that has nothing to do with me. But for
Yeah.
some of these capital intense projects, it it takes a lot of guts to save. It's very difficult to get a loan from Inzim. We've
Mm-hmm.
applied for a couple of loans from the Zimbabwe Women's Bank, and we're still waiting for them to respond. But then I
Mm-hmm.
think it's saving and starting small. So I will say it again: start small. Don't want to do a recycling business and look onto, China, buy your equipment from China, and you buy
Yeah.
equipment
Yeah.
close to 20,000. If you don't have 20,000, there are suppliers out there that can sell you something for 3,000, and you can start with just recycling 5 kgs or 10 kgs a day. That's a lot of kgs to sell in terms of pallets. And so it's very important that people learn to start small. Starting small is the best, and then you grow from there. Once you
Okay.
start bringing in capital from the business, and if you run it consistently and people know that they're going to find the recycled, the pallets, the plastic PVC pallets at Hotcave, they will know it's always going to be there. It's in small quantities. You take in orders that you can process at that given time.
Mhm.
As you grow, you start buying the 20,000 machineries because now you're
Mm.
able to save. But if you start, most people then stop when they see the prices. They see 20,000 machinery,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
they're asking themselves, where am I going to get 20,000? But maybe you're
Exactly.
able to get 1,500 or 2,000. Then look
Yeah.
for machinery around that price because you're able to get that much and you're able to
Mhm.
save that much over a period of a year or 2 years. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter how long it takes you to save,
Mhm.
just do it and keep in mind the goal and save towards it and then buy your machinery. So we have grown last year in October. That's when we managed to buy our first big machine, and we were excited about that. But
Mm.
we started with a very small machine, very small, and
Mhm.
it worked for us. I'm in the business with my two brothers and my husband.
Mhm.
Um, they don't do much of the recycling part. That's solely me running that bit of the business. They
Okay.
are engineers and they do civic engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical. And I thought I just wanted to make some change. You know, your name is on a company registration form or
Yeah.
certificate, and
Yeah.
you are part of the directors, but basically you're doing nothing to
Yeah.
speak to that company or that certificate. That's how
Mhm.
I then said let's venture into plastic recycling. Yeah.
Whew. Yeah. You're challenging us. You're challenging us. You are challenging
Yeah.
us. But tell me, how do you balance all this up? You are working, you've got a meaty deliveries, you've got an abattoir, you've got a recycling, you're a mother, you're a wife, you're a child. Yeah, can I go on? Well, how do you manage all this?
I think it's just making time for everything. So one thing that I learned through this business is if you want to make money, you don't sleep as much as you want to. You don't sleep for 8 hours.
Yeah,
I always tell people my beauty sleep is going to come, but for now, let me just put the
work.
beauty on the side and just work for me to get towards getting my beauty sleep.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just making time for everything. So I give 110% towards everything that I do. Be it at my
Okay.
workplace, they know if Rumbi's there, she's gonna do it.
Yeah,
And I give it my all. And I give it my all even with my businesses. I make time, like I said. If it
yeah.
means there's a crisis or the abattoir and I need to go there after my 4:30 job ends, I drive there and I go there. If it means I'm driving back into Harare and going back home after 10 p.m., I will do that. But you will still find me tomorrow morning waking up, taking a shower, and still go back to my workplace. And so I
What
still make
keeps
time
you
for
going
my
on like that?
I still make time for my husband. I make time for him. I make time for my kids.
Yeah.
Anytime is good time. So when I get home, I'll give an example. Last night I had some
Mhm.
free time to myself, just 2 hours, and we played music and danced and we played ball. That just keeps people going. So I think when you make time, when people say, but I won't have time to do this, I think it's because people really don't want to give the time to do that.
Yeah,
But if you
yeah.
really say, I want to make time, you will make time for it. I don't
Yeah.
miss church as well. Every Sunday I'm there. I
Mhm.
worship after church. I pack everything. If we need to go to to the abattoir, we go there. We pass through the plastic
Yeah.
our warehouse, our workshop, and we still do that. And we still get home and make things work. But I think also having support, and I know a lot of people then say, so your mate does a lot.
Mhm.
She does do the cooking, the
Yeah.
cleaning. We have that agreement. She knows
Yeah.
I'm a very busy person and she's happy and she's, after all, um, she's there as just like I am an employee
To
at my
help you.
workplace and I've got a
To help
contract to
you.
help me. So she's
Yes.
there to make sure I get the necessary help. And so
Yeah.
she also has a schedule, and I allow her to grow and do her schedule according
Yeah.
to what fits within her time as well. And we
Yeah.
agree on it and we go for it. So I think having a strong support system and also, foregoing certain things like
Yeah.
I don't monitor my maid as much as other people might do. Like
No, it's
try
not
to see whether
necessary.
you have cleaned this corner. Why is this corner not? I actually don't have time for that. I
Yeah.
trust her and just make sure she's doing what she's meant to do, and that's it.
Yeah.
Once in
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
while, if we have to look at something together, we do it. But yeah, being able to then say when you do find support or helpers, you give them that time to let them help you and not
Yeah.
then want to interfere in that kind of help.
Yo,
Um, so
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. You're touching a subject that is close to me because me and my helpers, I think people know that, oh, she's there. And they stay long because I give them that freedom.
yeah,
And my kids, they don't ask anything from me or my husband.
yeah,
They ask from auntie. And so she has that thing like, I'm also in charge. I'm also in control,
exactly. Yeah,
because
yeah,
like my work online, I can have a Zoom meeting at 8 or at 10, and
yeah,
like I'm not there. So
true.
she
Yeah,
she really helps me, and I say she's a helper because you need to be doing something for her to help
yeah,
you, not that now she's a
yeah.
maid and doing things for you.
True, I agree. So yeah, so I think the way I balance things is also just allowing people to help me.
Yes.
Sometimes I do call my brother and say I can't make it to the abattoir. Are you able to go? And he says it's fine, and then he drives there, he goes and he checks things and comes back. So
Mhm.
yeah, valuing the support system and making sure any help that you can get, you are happy to take it on.
You are happy to
Yeah,
take that. Awesome,
yeah.
awesome, Rumbi. I've had so much fun talking with you. I think I'm going to reach out. We need to do a workshop, girl. We need to do some trainings for these women to
We
understand this
should.
because
We
I
should.
see that me and you can work together.
We should definitely hook up. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Any last thing that you want to leave with us, because we have talked a lot, and I know it's compressed, but you know what? Leave us with something that would like,
Yeah.
you know what? But one thing I know, you said start small, and then you talked about having systems and the support structure. Yo, that for me is my takeaway.
Yeah. So yeah, so let's go out there with the winning mindset. Like let's not let things or obstacles get into our way. Let's not let problems that we face, be it in our personal lives, then distract us from getting to where we want to be. And
Yeah,
it's okay to make sacrifices and forego certain things for
yeah,
a certain period of time so that you're able to enjoy whatever that you're aiming for. Yeah,
yeah.
basically, that's what I could say.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. There you have it, ladies. This is Rumbi. Rumbi, thank you so much.
No,
Tinotenda.
thank you. Thank you for having me. I enjoyed my time.
Ladies, there you have it. Let's look out for another episode of AfriMoms where we are speaking to another lady. Today, she blew my mind. She's into industry that is male dominated, but hey, we coming there. Are you going with us? This is Samakumbi, the mompreneur, and smiling remains my trademark. Bye for now.